that is not abnormal to see. I mean, Red has been rising through the ranks rather quickly in our scene.
Yeah.
And Skorpio, of course, a perennial resident of the winner's bracket.
Right.
Has a condo. Visits multiple times a week.
He doesn't have to try to stay in winner's bracket.
No, well, he, sometimes.
Sometimes. But
anyway.
Yeah. Red, is he in our PR right now?
He will be number
12?
10, I believe.
Oh.
He's sitting 10 statistically. I think that's probably more or less people will keep him.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me very much. He's very, very good. But we're seeing, yeah, he's just spacing out a few hits. This is a good patient play. He just bows there as he Nosferatu's nothing.
There's always the, like, you use one Nosferatu so that way later on you can, like, use one more and then you have the point where you can just do it and grab the book.
Yeah.
Just in case you need a, 18% projectile for no reason.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
an excellent air dodge read from Skorpio. I think anyone would have air dodged there and he would have back aired anyone.
Ooh,
net included.
Oh, that's a really low spot for
him
to be.
Excuse me?
What? Yeah. So you hit him and still got there. Okay, cool.
I clipped that. We'll stare at it in a bit, but I'm alarmed.
Something
I'm offended.
I'm offended.
Thank you, Sakurai, for the 430th time. I'm going to try and find the exact spot just so we can get to it later. In any case, I mean, they're still kind of hanging out in footsies.
Yeah. Ooh. He had the right idea, just threw it out a little bit too early with that baseball bat. Red really good at using that as a reflector. Oh, yep, that's going to get the grab.
Oh, and no checkmate. Tried to bait a movement option. And, of course, with the Psychic Kids, Ness and Lucas, it's really hard to read their air dodges because they can move freely during them.
Yeah.
It's sort of the... Ooh, nice back
air.
Excellent taxi platform punish. But it's, as I was saying, one of the vestiges of maybe like a melee-style air dodge is that they sort of get that momentum movement mid-air dodge, but can do it multiple times.
Yeah. That floatiness advantage.
If only Miss Cleo had been able to do that 2 years ago, she wouldn't have died of heart failure. Ooh. You know? Ooh. Nice back air.
All right, we got back airs.
She didn't see it coming. I'm stealing jokes from Drag Race. I'm sorry, everybody. No, we're good.
Right. Red, pretty relentless about just kind of standing there, throwing out some PK Thunders when he's on the platform like that. Skorpio player known for kind of just hanging out on that platform, getting some magic charge.
And it's one of those. It's one of the. Ooh, I'm not. It's one of those things where he's going to be comfortable there because that's where his character does best.
Yeah.
And I think Ness is the perfect character to take advantage of that. Wow.
Okay.
Just a really patient. I'm going to sit here and duck.
He just bows down to it.
Yeah.
But I like that Red. Really goes in there. I like that Red is kind of keeping that pressure on, not letting him just charge whatever he wants, do whatever he wants. Yeah, I was waiting for him to get a little bit.
It's at this point as you and the forward air, very aggressive forward air. I was gonna say at some point you get used to that as a Minnesotan and getting used to having to do with what your character can do to deal with art fire on the ledge. Let's hop over here real quick while they're playing the next match. So this was that weird interaction. I'm going frame by frame here just to see. Gets the down air. Oh, gets clipped. I understand. Okay, so does not actually get. Somehow misses the PK Thunder too, but gets clipped by
the electricity.
The tail of the.
Wow.
Yeah,
that was interesting.
Interesting is the Minnesota way of saying that was dumb.
Yep, you're right.
It was silly and nonsensical, and I hated it. But that's fine.
You're right.
It's fine. This is great.
So Red up game 1?
Oh, sorry. No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I was thinking.
Yep. I was too busy trying to do the replay real fast and messed up the stream command. I'm so sorry, stream.
Okay, we got Skorpio up game 1 in this best of 5. Ooh. Turn around forward tilt.
So here's the thing. These two players get their main sort of practice and do most of their main work when they're preparing for this game in very different places. Red is a perennial Wi-Fi player, and I think that there's And Skorpio used to be, and so I think that this comes in a little bit where Red's habits feel very primed for an opponent that can't respond as fast.
Yeah.
And when he comes into a real-world scenario and the opponents are responding quickly, I think it shows a little bit. And I think Skorpio's taking advantage of that a little bit. Skorpio, of course, a long-time Wi-Fi player.
Yeah.
Famously came into our scene through Anthers.
Oh, did he?
Oh, yeah. He was number 2 on Anthers when he started into our scene.
Wow.
And I think he recognizes, at least when he first came into the scene, ooh, excellent.
Wow, yeah.
That he had online habits that need to be squashed. And I don't think Red's quite there yet.
Yeah.
I think something like that in that instance, it would be harder to respond online because of the slight latency in general. But
Yeah.
Skorpio is ready to shield that PK Thunder and go out in forward air for another kill.
Ooh, I really liked how Red like kind of snuck in with like that little short hop, air dodge, roll. I know he's looking for that back throw. It probably start killing now. I mean, if he's right on the ledge.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, it would have killed 20% ago. Right at the ledge. Smash WiiU is a really shallow stage, ledge-wise. Wow.
Ooh, the baby head
excellent.
gonna take it.
I absolutely hate landing up air. Cloud, Ness, don't care.
Yeah.
Hate landing up air. It just drives me nuts. If this were any other fighting game, that move would be coded as air-to-air.
Yeah, yeah.
And probably wouldn't even hit grounded opponents, though it's debatable in that regard. Certain games would not allow it to hit grounded opponents. Certain games would be like, yeah, that's fine.
Keeping holding the neutral pretty well here. Oh. Oh, gonna get caught with just a little bit of that fire. Red coming from pretty far behind here. Skorpio pretty much dominating the stock, but we're going to see a bit of a conversion right here. Only 14%.
And Ness is 100% one of those rage characters in this game that just benefits so intensely.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
From being slightly behind, at least in last stock situations.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm surprised we're not seeing a little bit more. Ooh, okay.
Yep.
A little bit more of that forward air. I would have liked. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of the stall with the down B, the PSI
I think
magnet.
the anxiety is that since Robin is so slow to accelerate into the air, you don't want to give him more chances to get up to your level. And I understand that from his perspective of he's already getting slaughtered by these 11 aerials. You don't want to invite more. But as I was saying, I mean, these 11 aerials are super interesting because I've phrased this a few ways before. Robin gets to be Cloud for 7 aerials and then is bad in the air after that.
Gotcha.
And there's something really satisfying about, or something really, I'm sure there would be something very satisfying as a Robin player about opponents not really realizing that and letting you 11 them at death percents for no reason. The minute you're at 100% and Robin has any of his 11 sword left, you do not hang out in that aerial space around him. Even right there, we just saw double back air doing, I think, 20%. And that's a confirm. And soft back air confirms to literally whatever 11 you want, assuming you're in position.
Yeah, then he runs away and does magic. Yeah, why not?
And so you use your 11, you run away and charge Thunder Tome, and if the opponent doesn't understand that rhythm and doesn't try and manipulate that rhythm, the Robin has advantage.
Yeah.
It's only when the opponent understands that rhythm and understands how and when to interrupt Robin's flow that the character becomes clearly C or D tier.
Yeah, yeah.
We saw Skorpio right there, B reversing special, so the book flew up behind him and hit Red as Red tried to punish the special.
I really like that. Yeah, that was smart.
That's a very Daft thing. I mean, Skorpio, of course, has done it quite a bit, but I've always noticed Daft going out of his way to make sure that the book covers and makes a move safe when it should normally be safe.
Ooh, this is a grab right there. He's going to take a bit of damage for it. Yeah, Skorpio only taking 40% so far. I mean, he's just not getting anything.
He's not
able
neutral.
to convert.
That's the thing is he's not lost neutral.
Right.
He hasn't presented Red too many opportunities for Red to take advantage and beat him in neutral. He's been, exactly as you've been saying, running away and staying outside of Ness's effective range. He's been playing a zoner, it turns out.
Yeah. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think
100%.
Red was definitely baiting something there, and I think Skorpio took the bait by dash attacking. It's unfortunate that Red didn't capitalize, but
Right.
it was such a weird moment.
Yeah, because you don't see the dash attack much.
No.
It was a good little mix-up.
But it failed.
Yeah.
Because it's not a great dash attack.
You're going to do something weird? I'm going to do something weird. That's a good option.
Yeah. Yeah, heal a little bit.
That was a pretty important heal right there.
What's interesting is I honestly, if I'm thinking about it from Skorpio's perspective, I don't hate the heal because you're still using Arcfire. You're still getting the tome eventually.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
Puts him right in front of him,
very
though.
thirsty. PK Thunder 2. That was a very, like, I'm down 2-0. I need to kill now. Let's go with the thing that gets people who are unaware. The desperation is now costing quite a bit. He's not gotten out of disadvantage state yet.
I thought we were going to see the edge guard there.
What's for breakfast? Just a get up and a back air. Jeez. This is such an awkward place. I mean, all because of that PK Thunder 2. Now he's finally gotten stage control again, but that was such a lengthy sequence.
Yeah.
All because he wanted to go for the sort of for glory special.
Yeah.
Oh, and that should be it.
Jeez.
And that's that.
Skorpio.
3-0 Skorpio. Just a clean
That was so
sweep.
dominant right there. Like, that last game was absolute dominance.
Very straightforward. Very, very, like, the moment there was any momentum in Skorpio's favor, he hung out with it. And again, like we said earlier, it was just taking advantage of the slight mistakes Red was making and making sure neutral was locked down.
Yeah.
And he just didn't let Red get back into
And
position.
he just held the neutral. Look at him commentating with a ghost. The disembodied.
I'm not that pale. Girl.
This is Jaaahsh.
All right, so